Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Proline Daily. It is Wednesday in Las Vegas. Got some NBA, NHL, and baseball action going on. Going to talk about some of the games tonight. I'm John Cranton, joined by world champion handicapper Jim Feist. Going to take a look at these games. But first, Jim had a nice Sunday sweep, 2-0 with the Spurs and the over in the same game. And then you had the Celtics in Game 7, part of a 12-4 NBA run and a larger 115-67 sizzling NBA run.
It's been great. The NBA has been absolutely fabulous. I don't like all the way that these blowouts from a standpoint of watching television and staying tuned in, but being able to predict which are going to be the blowouts and what side is the right side has made us a lot of money. From a TV perspective, no. The ratings have got to be getting killed, but our ratings are really good because we're collecting each and every week. Baseball, 3-pack goes tonight, $29, and another NBA TV Showdown winner. That's $29. We're winning, and you can win with us.
All right, big night in the NBA tonight. In the Eastern Conference, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers, the rested Cavaliers, having not lost a postseason game, heading to Boston for Game 1, and they're a road favorite here. In fact, the money last night went on the Cavaliers, opened about a 3-point favorite, up to 4, and a high total here of 219.5. And I guess the way to look at this one is, if you like situational handicapping, you must like Cleveland. They've rested with everybody healthy and just sitting around. On the other hand, Boston coming off that Game 7 win just 2 nights ago. Now they have to play again. At the same time, Boston comes off a series with Washington where the home team dominated, winning every game. So how do you look at this one as far as wagering value, Jim? Situational, matchups, or home court, or something else?
Well, it's going to be, how do you look at fatigue versus rest and rust? So will Cleveland be a little rusty? Yeah, they will be. How long will it take for for the rust to wear off? Hard to say. That's where the handicap comes in. Granted, Game 7 took a lot out of the Celtics. They almost won Game 6 down at Washington. Didn't do it, but they managed, came back on Game 7. Tough, tight game, physical game, but they played extremely well. Olenek lit it up. Nobody expected that. And, this is, okay, let's face it. There's 2 teams in the NBA that, and we all know who they are, the Warriors and the Cavaliers. Everybody else is just sitting around watching them and waiting for them to get into the finals. Is it possible for somebody to knock them off? Yeah, it's possible. In Game 1, the Golden State Spurs matchup, if it wasn't for Kawhi Leonard getting hurt, twisting that ankle again, they probably win that game and put the Warriors down 1-0 instead of, now they're up 2-0. So that was unfortunate for the NBA and for the Spurs. But now the Warriors have won 9 straight playoff games, and Cavs have won 8 straight playoff games. So the situation here is, will the rust wear off in time for the Cavs to come back and win this game? And that's where the handicapping comes in. I'm really on top of a lot of the practices that have been going on, and I will have a big play tonight in this game.
Well, this certainly seems like a high NBA total for a playoff game. On the other hand, Cleveland 12-4 over the total run, and they played a pretty good defensive team in Toronto. And they're facing a Boston team that both teams have great offensive weapons, but the Celtics are actually under the radar when it comes to defense. They're 15th in the NBA in scoring, 9th in field goal shooting defense, and they're 2nd at defending the three-pointer, right behind the mighty Golden State Warriors. So they do play tough defense for Coach Brad Stevens, although you don't always notice it with Isaiah Thomas and the up-tempo offensive attack. The Celtics are on a 7-0-1 run over the total at home. Now, head-to-head, it's been a dominant road situation, 7-2-1 ATS. The road team is, and the Cavaliers have covered 4 of the last 5 games at Boston, and they took 3 out of 4 during the regular season, including that late season finale with the number 1 seed on the line. They absolutely destroyed Boston on this floor. So that's all coming into why we have them as a road favorite here. Also keep in mind, when they play at Boston. Well, these teams are on a 10-4 run under the total overall and 6-0 under at Boston, including the ones this season. All right, let's move on to some baseball matchups going on Wednesday night. Interleague action, Red Sox playing the Cardinals. The Red Sox just 2 games above 500 despite a huge payroll and a lot of talent. And the Cardinals have been red hot after a bad early April. They're a slight home favorite here with 8.5. Boston won the game last night 6-3, but their offense has struggled much of the season. They only had 6 hits in the game last night. They're also on a 5-6 run these last 11 games. So they're not playing pretty good ball. And the offense, 15th in baseball in runs scored. They're not hitting much home runs, although they do had 2 last night. And they go with Rick Porcello tonight, Jim. This guy had everything go his way last year, but as we often see with Cy Young guys, they can have different seasons the next year, and Porcello's really struggling.
Well, he is, and I'm looking at the results of their games. In games he started, they've lost 5 of the last 6 times he has started a game, and he's not been very sharp. He does get his average share of strikeouts, and his earned run average isn't terrible. I mean, he's had games where he's really not given up much. He had the one game in 4 innings he gave up 8 hits and 8 earned runs, which really skewed everything out. His home games have been absolutely horrible. 1-4 record for the team record. 1-4 with a 5.52 ERA, but that also included that one game where they gave up 8 runs in 4 innings. So you have to take that with a grain of salt. It is only, the middle of May, and these pitchers and these teams round into form as the season goes on. But he definitely is not on a very good streak at the moment. Now, as far as St. Louis, they have been playing a lot better lately, and their pitcher tonight, Leak, is won 4 of the last 6 starts. He's been very consistent. He's only given up one time. He's given up 3 earned runs in 7 innings. The rest of the times he's been holding the opponents down. So I'm looking for a reasonably low-scoring game here. Boston, as you mentioned, is not hitting the ball all that well. They're 16, 20, and 1 to the under. St. Louis is more of an over team, 21-13, which is one of the best over teams in baseball at the moment. But these 2 pitchers, I believe they're going to pitch pretty well tonight, and I look for them to go under the total.
Oh, yeah, veteran Mike Leake. Boy, he's been sizzling this year, 1.92 ERA, only 10 walks in 46 innings. He's got a terrific 32-10 strikeout to walk ratio. The Cardinals on a 9-3 run overall, despite that win last night. And when they're playing interleague home games, you're looking at a lower scoring game tonight. Interleague home games, St. Louis is 36-16-3 under the total. So with Boston struggling on offense and losing the DH for this game, wouldn't be surprised to see a pitcher's duel here, as there is some decent middle relief involved. All right, Jim, we have you have some plays going online after that sizzling baseball run yesterday and the 12-4 NBA run. What do you have on the website today?
Well, like I mentioned, the 3-pack baseball tonight for $29, along with the NBA TV Showdown winner. And you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Jim Fice Sports. Plus, get free plays daily, and you can text GAME, G-A-M-E, to 25827, and we'll send you a free play right away.
All right, if you want free plays daily from Jim and the Proline gang, it's a free call, 888-294-1970. Each play every day. Call that number. All right, that'll do it for the Wednesday edition of Proline. Good luck with the games, everyone.